Hey y'all, welcome back to Talking Phoenix. Today we're talking about 7 sins.
Yeah, so Seven Sins is another change of pace. We don't like one genre, apparently, which I think is something that I don't think it'll ever really change. I think we're always going to be fluctuating. So if you're looking forward to our next stuff, I hope that's something that you guys enjoy about us, because we all like to take little bits of us. And this song is, even though honestly I think I wrote a lot of this song, but I think I wrote it with Evan in mind. Evan's super bluesy, and I think that's really the entire, like, I'm talking, this is like bar blues, not like traditional blues, like bar smoky room blues.
The dirty blues.
The dirty blues, which is, yeah, that's what it's about. Song's kind of funny and suggestive, but it's definitely funny. You were gonna say something.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, I think going back to the music genre comment, I think that's one of the fun things about being a young band and writing albums and writing your new music too. It's like you finish your first album and you're kind of like, cool, that was a great album. That was awesome. And in some sense, it's kind of all over the board. You know, there's some general themes, but like we said, I mean, if you've watched any of the other videos about this too, or we've talked about it, there's a lot of variety. So I maybe beg to differ a little bit in that I don't know that's going to be, we never have like a certain genre that we sit to, but there is so many musical influences, I think, between the four of us. And as you are going through the process of writing songs for an EP or for a second album, a third album, it's all just like a discovery process. There's so much you're just discovering about the type of music you like to write. And so I don't know, I just thought I'd throw that out there. It's real fun. And I'd encourage anybody who is also like a young band, like, just keep writing. I mean, there's so much to be explored, and you'll find your kind of your groove that you like.
Oh yeah, I mean, not to like rabbit trail off that, but like, I can't even tell you how many songs that I've written in the process of writing this album that I didn't even bring to the band because I knew that it was too far off. But at least it's there. Like, I can't even tell you how many pop songs and like way heavier songs that I've written and they just don't make it, or songs that we've come to and we're like, yeah, that one's probably not going to fit right now. And it's just part of the writing process. And this one happened to make it, and I think I kind of knew it. I knew when I brought it to I brought it to Evan first, just like really shortly. It came to the band really, really fast too, but I just knew that he would enjoy it, enjoy the blues aspect of it. Mr. Texas over there, the sexy Texan.
I saw that wink.
So
did they.
No, this song is kind of to go along with your wink. It's funny, which is funny because I don't write funny stuff. This song is actually supposed to be kind of funny, funny but not funny. It's about a dude who's not very lucky, and it's about having a good old night out, and you lose 2 shoes and end up with a 1 at the end of the night. However you want to take that, you can take it. It's not the way I usually write at all, but it sounds somber. It's like the opposite of Birthday and Pamela. It's a little funnier. It's got a little bit of like, oh, you're an unlucky guy, you're walking on eggshells, you're losing money, but like at the same time, it's all in good fun.
Is there any point to why in the chorus the numbers you use are 7, 8, 9, 2, 1? 7 sins, 8 ball, 9 lives, 2 shoes, 1 at the end of the night?
I think I was just looking for consecutive numbers. So like they didn't have to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or like the opposite. I think it was just 7 sins sinking, 8 balls, thank God for 9 lives. It's consecutive. And then lose 2 shoes, have
right
a
after
1.
9.
Yeah, 2 comes right after 9. Like, you know,
That's how I was taught.
7, 8, 9, 2, 1,
3,
3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty sure that's how it goes.
I never thought about that.
Yeah. But no, it's just like some sort of consecutive whatever. Yeah. Because if you think about it, there's a break in the counting. So
What comes after 9?
2.
7,
What comes after
12.
Oh, okay.
So, probably the one thing I think is really funny about this song is the fact that Jaden came to me with it about it being a bluesy vibe for me. Yeah, I don't play any lead stuff on this song at all. I just play the rhythm stuff, and Tor, the other Evan of the band, takes all of it.
My name's Evan, by the way. My first name is Evan.
That's
So
that's
we're
not
clear
actually
on
like a
that.
joke. That actually is his
That
first
is
name.
true, actually. Yeah, I love this song. I bought an electric violin just about a year ago, and actually it was recorded on my regular acoustic violin. I did not record it on my electric. But Chris was just so excited when I got in there it was just me to record violin for that, and I brought both violins. I was like, I have this new one. I was like, it would be a lot easier probably to record direct. I mean, we have the electric one, and he's like, no, I want to set up the room mics. I want to set up all that, and then I want to play with it afterwards. I was like, all right, okay, sounds good. But man, yeah, it's just ripping. I want it to like sound kind of chaotic. I mean, it's kind of the nature of the song, you know. So we put in some like funky distortion in there, especially the last instrumental, my last solo. It's got like fuzz, it's got distortion, it's just like in your face. And more of a you want to see it live. You want to see it live because I rip.
Tor's got like ultimate stank face when he plays bass. He's always like angry, but then you watch him play the fiddle, and it's like, you know, Animal from like the Muppets. All of a sudden, the hair comes down, and he's whipping it all over the place, and he's just going ham, and it's like a whole different Tor was just unleashed, which is super fun.
It's fun. I've played I played violin twice as long as I played bass. I played bass around 7 or 8 years. Violin I started when I was 9, I think, so it's like 15-ish years. Yeah, I got bored with it a little bit. Classically, I wasn't feeling it too much. So that's when I switched to bass. But now one of the only parts of violin that I still really love, doing improvisation and playing like this, is one thing that I still get to do. So that's why this is like one of my favorite songs to play. Mm-hmm.
I have to say my favorite thing actually about this song is when we play it live. You know, being from more of a blues background, obviously, I mean, a lot of the songs are really emotional and really raw and whatnot. But there's always in blues music a lot of like synergy, a lot of one-mindedness amongst an ensemble where everyone's ears are really tuned in to what's going on, what everyone else is playing. There's a lot of eye contact, and it really makes it intimate for the band, not necessarily for the audience, where they're not looking out to the audience. They're not trying to like engage with the audience directly as much. They're trying to more so just engage with each other, and the audience gets to experience them being a unit. I feel like this song just is really that, because I know for most of this song, since I'm not really ripping, I'm not trying to be up in the front, I'm not trying to steal any spotlight. I want Tor to have all of it. I'm just gonna hang in the back and play chords as best I can. And you know, Jaden plays bass for this too, so it's the three of us then get to really lock in. And Tor is obviously just an incredible soloist, but also just as even in an ensemble setting, he's still a great soloist. And he looks at Dan and I, and he locks in with how we're feeling sections and how we play things, especially live. And we really get to bring out that chaotic energy more in the live setting. And it's just a lot of nonverbal communication, which I think the audience loves to see. And
Best way to communicate.
and even just it just, I feel it really helps give off the energy that we want to, and we tried our best to get on the album. So
Yeah. The only other thing I was going to say is we haven't even mentioned it. It's worth mentioning. We don't have to talk about it that much, but this is our only song that we actually have a time signature change in the song.
That's true.
I don't even know maybe one of you remembers how we came up with that. How did we get there?
Honestly, just my ignorance. Like if you've watched anything before, I can't read music. I don't know a whole lot about music theory. This song I wrote for myself a long time ago. I mean, I've always been like bluesy influenced too, as far as like my own solo stuff was really dark a lot of the time. And I wrote this song and never performed it because I couldn't figure out why. I couldn't figure out how to play it, which was weird. It was like I'd be playing it and the verses felt like really off and kind of funky. And then I'd play the chorus. And I'm like, well, that feels off, but the verse feels fine. I couldn't figure it out, and I kind of wrote them at 2 separate times. And I wasn't huge on time signatures at that point. Like, I've learned so much from being with these guys. Like, I understand now. But like, I remember, I think at this point we were in like my grandma's garage. It was nice out. We were in my grandma's garage. It was heated. We're like, yeah, we'll rehearse out there for a bit. And we were going through it, and nobody else could figure out why it felt weird either. And then finally, one of you guys, I don't know who it was. I mean,
want to say it was me.
yeah, I was like, I want to say it was Evan too, but it was like, all of a sudden I'm playing it. He's like, dude, you're playing in 2 completely different time signatures right now. And I was like, what? He's like, you're playing in like 4/4 for your chorus, and then we're trying to figure it out. And then I think it was Dan did it. I was like, you're playing in 6/8 for your verse, man. He's like, it's completely completely different. And I was like, how's it different? And I mean, explaining to somebody who has no idea the difference between 4/4 and then, or like 3 even, or playing in 3, playing in 6/8, playing in 4/4. Like, I was like trying to like correlate, because like 6/8 somewhere in between, like, which is like bizarre for honestly, this song took the most time for me to learn how to play live, because I'm playing bass, which I don't play a whole lot of bass anymore. I actually started playing bass before guitar as far as electrics. Like, I played acoustic guitar growing up, then I went to electric bass, and then electric guitar. So like, I played bass, but trying to sing, play bass, and play in 2 time, like, it was definitely a challenge.
But we kept it. I mean, I think that's the other thing is like we went out on a limb, and we practiced it, and it was like, wow, this could actually work. And now you actually hear it in the album, like, that's in there. So I think it was a little bit of us too, just kind of using some musical creativity, right? Taking something that was like, oh, I didn't know I was doing that, and being like, no, we might actually be able to make that work.
Yeah.
And kind of throwing it out there as you're pushing the limits or the boundaries a little bit. But seriously, I actually really like it. I think it really works well. So.
What's up, guys? We are Walking Phoenix. Thank you so much for checking us out here on Talking Phoenix Behind the Songs.
You can follow us on social media and listen to our music on Spotify, Apple Music, or anywhere you listen to music.
And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to watch all of our song stories from the American Dreams album on YouTube.
Thanks again for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you later.